Nah.
Yeah, and we're back here on 95.9 KCKL with our good friends from Caldwell Banker, Mr. Brett and Mr. Shy. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Another beautiful week here at Cedar Creek Lake. Big weekend coming up. Memorial Day weekend this weekend.
Yes, exactly.
Which is probably our second biggest weekend here at the lake of the year. You know, just behind 4th of July. But it's already kicked off. I've seen people coming down. People on my Facebook last night were already talking about fireworks going off, things like that. So I think you're going to see a lot of activity, boating, fishing around the lake, and lots of people are probably going to be down looking at properties.
Yes.
And so the properties, what I was looking through yesterday to get prepared for today, the properties have been just flying off the shelf the last few weeks. I personally, in my career, have never seen it as busy as the last few weeks have been. And I know my personal properties I put on and throughout the office, just looking at our sheets there, most of the new residential that has came on in the last few weeks since the last time we were here is already under contract. They are going quickly.
Yeah. So I think it reiterates.
Yeah.
The point that if you're looking to buy a house, you need to be sure you get in touch with your realtor, get in touch with us, and go through the steps. And I had one recently that still working on the financing. Great client. It's just the beginning parts of the financing wasn't finalized, and so one of the prospective properties was it went under contract before we could contract on it. So
I'm selling their house over in town here, and we looked at several properties, and they were going before we could write contracts. They had 3 that were contenders that went boom 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 that morning, and I think we ended up finding them a better their actual favorite house we found later, but it had just come on the market when we went to see it, and so luckily we were able to get in quick enough to get a hold of that one.
So I mean, they are literally just going. It's crazy.
Right, and the lenders. I mean, you may hear different things out there in the news. The lenders, I mean, they're always having shifts in just certain parameters in lending. You know, a little bit on the credit score here, a little bit on the debt to income ratio there, but we still have lots of fine lenders with lots of access to in the history of money lending, what they would call cheap money. It's cheap to buy money, and since it's Memorial Day, that's let me see if I can get my history right. Correct me if I mess this up. Bear with me. But I think it's started out the end of World War I, the Armistice Day from World War I, when that came to an end. But then after World War II and a few other wars, they combined all that into Memorial Day for all the veterans, not just the memorial of the end of World War I, correct?
Correct.
So all that to say, thank you to all our veterans out there. We love you very much. Take advantage of your VA financing. You earned it. Use it. Get into a quality house. Take advantage of these great interest rates, what the VA has to offer you with the guaranteed loan to help you get that lending, put you a little bit over into what you need. Last couple of years, they've been increasing those limits on that VA lending. Brett and I have heard a lot about that. Substantial increases in the amount that you can borrow with VA. Fantastic VA products out there. And if you're a veteran, you don't just have to do the VA. You can do conventional if you like. You can do FHA. You can do VA. Shop around with your lender, get a good mortgage broker, and compare the products there and get into a home. Take advantage of what you've earned. The American people want to say to you veterans, thank you. And we know that we can't say thank you enough, but one of the greatest ways we can say thank you to somebody for serving our country is to get you into a house you love.
Exactly.
And so we got some great products with VA lending with some great lenders. Take advantage of that and get yourself a nice place at home.
Yeah, exactly. Remember that when you're out this weekend, that this weekend is celebrating these people who have helped fight for our freedoms that we're getting to enjoy this weekend. Yeah. And as far as veterans go, Kaufman County actually has the most veterans of any county in the state of Texas.
Really?
Yeah, so they're right here on our doorstep.
Wow.
We deal with veterans all the time. We love to help them out any way we can. And yeah, this is a great weekend if you're a veteran to get out there and find you a property.
Yeah, and not just home, but business. One of the great things our veterans have given to us is the freedoms to do business in ways that you can't do in the rest of the world. And I know some people, business. Business is a big deal when you can't do it. It's a big deal because it gives people dignity, it gives them respect, it gives them honor and pride in what they do. It gives them crafts and skills and everything to pursue, to better.
Sense of purpose.
Sense of purpose. And business in America is, at its core, service-based. We look at somebody has a need. So I'm not making money just for the sake of making money. I extend a service. I add value to other people's lives. And in return for adding value to people's lives, I get monetarily compensated. And so it's just one of those things. So we have some great opportunities today in the real estate market for some commercial properties, right, Brett?
Correct.
And so these would be some great pieces, veteran or non-veteran, to go for the American dream. You know, home ownership, starting that business you've been wanting to start. And this is a great way to do it, is to get a hold of one of these fantastic pieces of commercial property.
Right, and like we said, this is the really kickoff weekend here at the lake. It's been warm outside. People have already been coming down, but people are coming in force this weekend. If you're starting a new business, there's going to be lots of customers here for you. And so this would be a great weekend to get out and find you a business or a place to start your business here.
Yeah. Either start your business or buy an existing one and add that value to your neighbor's life and get monetarily compensated.
Right, and so I want to start out here in the heart of it all at the lake, Gun Barrel City. We've got our first property is at 2425 West Main, and this is a great opportunity whether you need a place for your personal business or just as a landlord or both. You can do it at this one, because what you got here is it's almost like a couple of separate properties in one. You've got a 2,100 square foot office space up front, which is currently split into 3 different offices. So whether you're looking just to be a landlord of 3 different tenants there, or you need a spot for yourself and a couple others, or maybe you just need that much frontage.
So you have a couple of different options. You could either have a business as a landlord, providing great places for commercial tenants to do their business, and you have 3 up front there, or you could just have one big business that incorporates the whole office space, maybe do a little remodeling, however it suits you, or you could have your business in one and still rent out too. So you could have a mixture of your personal company coupled with a bit of a landlord business there.
You got 3 different divisions of your, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. 3 different divisions of your company, you know what I mean? Maybe you're a manufacturer, you do something like that. You need to have, maybe your marketing team on one side, your banking on the, or, your financials on one side, then, executives and stuff. I mean, that's all kinds of different ways you could break down 3 different areas depending on your business or more businesses like you're saying. But it's really interesting. The flexibility on these different structures and buildings that you'll have are always really interesting.
Yeah, and you'll hear us talk about it on residential properties quite a bit, where there are multiple structures, about living in one home, renting the other, and letting those people pay your mortgage with that rent money. Same situation here when it comes to the business. Let these other tenants pay your mortgage while you start your business off there. And it's not just the 3 shops that this one has to offer.
Yeah, you were talking about the manufacturing. Listen to this.
Yeah, out back, like I said, 2,100 square foot of office out front. We have a 2,400 square foot warehouse at back. And it currently has 3 big shop doors. And the way it's kind of divided up, you could use it as one big warehouse, but it also has one end that's been converted to kind of an office space. And it could very easily have the other part split into, if you needed to turn it into 3 or more businesses out back as well.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about this property at 2425 West Main there in Gun Barrel City. With the way things are shifting, economies shift, Hopefully we're getting some good manufacturing back here to the United States. This gives you the opportunity, very uniquely compared to most businesses, that you can have your boutique, your showroom up front, and right behind your building, you can have your manufacturing, either part of it or all of it, depending on what you decide to do. Either the whole thing for your one boutique, or each of the 3 boutiques can each have their own manufacturing, or you can have boutiques up front and somebody else manufacture something completely different back in the back.
Right, a lot of opportunities with this one, whether you got one big business or 6 different businesses you're looking to go into here. For $250,000, this is a still of a deal when it comes to commercial property, right there in the heart of Gun Barrel City, and it's located over there on the west side of Gun Barrel, real close to that new bridge that if you've been by it lately, boy, it's moving right along. We're going to be driving on that thing in no time, and that's just, they're putting it in because of the amount of traffic that we're getting. Our economy is growing and growing, and they're going to be coming right by your business here.
So this is on West Main. As you're headed west, before you get to the bridge, after you pass Legendary, this will be about a quarter of the way to the bridge or so.
Yeah, about
on your left there. And if you look, you'll see Brett and mine's name up there. You'll see it on the sign. And it's a great place to schedule that showing this weekend. Come take a look at that. Great place to get a commercial business started.
Yeah, lots of parking, lots of frontage, good marquee signs up. It's like a turnkey ready to go.
And how beautiful is it that you can get a space to actually start making money and having your business expand and make money, and maybe get rentals or renters, that kind of thing, and it's less than a lot of houses around here cost.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty amazing, man. That's pretty amazing.
Right, and commercial property in Gun Barrel City over the past 18 months or so has really been selling again. Businesses are moving here. They're starting to, properties that have been sitting there for years, they're having to get a hold of because more and more businesses are coming to town, which is great because that means the population is growing. Just like we say, look at the houses coming up on every corner. People are coming here. They need more businesses to shop and work at.
And look at, when you drive through Gun Barrel City, look at the way it's laid out. Look at where commercial business is done. Look at where there's opportunities for that. And then look at how much is left. And where things have come over the last 20 years. And just think to yourself, where do you think that the business in Gun Barrel is going in 20 years? And what opportunities do you have today to get into commercial real estate at these prices versus where do you think it'll be in 20 years?
I mean, because there's a lot on Main Street there in Gun Barrel to keep going down east that way a little ways. Keep going down back towards 175 that way. There's quite a bit of area.
You're getting away from that lake.
That's true.
This
That's
one,
true.
you're getting closer and closer to that fancy new bridge.
There you go. Look at there.
I'll tell you, if
It's
you're
gonna
in the
be
market today,
Mm-hmm.
pull some comps. Have your realtor pull you some comps of the surrounding commercial properties of either businesses that just have maybe one spot for an office, or maybe even just a bare patch of land there that you have to come in and build your building to get started. And that may be months, or with commercial, maybe a year out from getting started. Check the pricing. Check with this one ready to go today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because commercial, whenever you get into commercial building, it's a different skill set in the contractor and building business. There's different codes there. There's different inspections. And so it sometimes takes a little longer to get a commercial property built. Not a difficult thing at all. Right? There's lots of great crews that build them. It's just you follow the process and you work your way through it. So it takes a little bit longer most of the time to get a new commercial building up than it does a new housing. And, there's a new one right there just east of us that's been going up, but they've been working on it for more than a month or so.
Wow.
And so it's been a few months in the working.
Right, and after you get it going and you get the building built, then you got to acquire these tenants if that's something you're looking to do. Another plus for this one, tenants already in place.
It's fully occupied, correct?
And right now they're looking to stay, so that is some income coming back at you already. And whether you stay with these or you find some new tenants down the road, you're already set up, hit the ground running.
And speaking of that, with tenants, you may be thinking to yourself, oh, Taylor, Brett, Shy, I've never been in the commercial rental business. I need some help. Coldwell Banker's there to help you. You know what we have?
Really?
We have a full-service property management group at our brokerage, only full-service property management group in the area, to help you not just with your residential. Most of the time we talk about rentals and investment with that. It deals with residential habitation rentals. We also help with commercial rental and management. So we can help you manage this if you need that help, especially starting out. You're new in this venture. You can team up with us. We've got the resources there to get you going.
Really, man, that's incredible.
As somebody that's been involved with rentals before, I'll tell you, I like the ease of mind and allowing somebody to handle my rentals for me.
Yes.
So whether it be personal, residential, or business related, it just allows me to go out and do what I do, my other business, without having to worry about that aspect.
Making money while you're not having to really pay all that much attention. Of course, you got to pay attention to your money, but you don't have to be as eagle-eyed on it for sure. Yeah.
Which even before you're even wanting to do the full offer, you're welcome to stop in, schedule an appointment there with our property management department there, Laura Ward, and sit down with her, sit down with us, and let's go over where the market is showing rentals are at now, where they've talked to us about where you think they might be going, and compare that for this versus the purchase price and get yourself a business plan together. So, great property.
Great property.
Yes, absolutely.
Lots of options. What do you got next?
Next, I want to move over. This is going to be in the Kent area over there. When you come in from Dallas and you turn off onto 274, this is going to be right there on the highway, right in the thick of things, and the big old city of Kent, which I just drove by yesterday, and it is growing.
Yes,
with
it
that,
is.
I think it's some sort of ER that they're building right there on the corner. That says a lot about what they think that city is doing right now to put a hospital, I don't know what you call them, a substation or something like that there. Shows this area's development recently.
Well, look at Gun Barrel City. We were just talking about in Gun Barrel City. You have what used to be the East Texas Medical Center. It's now part of the UT Health Network. And just look at the time that it's been there. And my personal opinion, it has helped in more ways than you can account both the commercial business in Gun Barrel City and the surrounding cities, Maybank, Kemp, Malakoff, go Tigers. But also the residential. It's helped in every facet of it. And I think it's going to do a lot of the same there in Kent.
I think so. And this is a great business opportunity there, just a few blocks away. And this is at 119 South Highway 274. And what you've got there, it's 6,950 square feet. That's a lot of square footage for business.
That's a lot.
And this is actually two different buildings that comprise this, sitting on 9.391 acres.
Goodness.
Plenty of parking.
Yes.
Or room for expansion if you need a third building or something like that to go with it. And right now, currently, the first building that sits right on 274, just right on the highway, great turn off right into it.
Is that one with kind of the red roof on it?
Red roof on it.
Okay.
The first one is currently set up as a restaurant. You can go in and change that if you would like something a little different, but already set up as a restaurant, ready to go. And the second one is set up as office spaces. And you could use it as 1 to 3 office spaces the way it's currently set up, already move-in ready. And like I said, if you need to do a little remodeling, if you want to flip-flop those, or you want to just build another one to have a different floor plan, you got plenty of room at this property here for only $425,000.
$425,000, and that is close to that 175. And you can figuratively throw a rock and hit the highway.
Right. And you're on 274, so it's not like that's hard access whatsoever either. 274 stays pretty, for a business or for a restaurant that's got plenty of foot traffic over there for people just to stop in and everything as well.
Right. I mean, a few minutes back to the lake, less than 45 minutes to downtown Dallas from this location. Excellently positioned for your future business.
You're right there between the highway and Kings Creek Golf Course. You're right there close to that lake.
If you do good barbecue, I can promise you right now, being 45 minutes from downtown Dallas, people will drive that far for good barbecue.
People will seek you out.
We do have a couple of restaurants in our area that for years people drive down from Dallas to eat at our locations here at the lake. They're that good.
And that is one of the things that is consistent in our economy around here is food service.
Yes.
Both the local people enjoy going out to eat, but we're also a community where we have a lot of people come in from other parts of the area. Dallas, Tyler, Houston, Austin, all over the state, all over the U.S.
What they were referred to as a weekend warrior type person.
Yeah.
Weekend coming on down. Yes, absolutely.
Come
the
on
lake
down.
house folk.
And so that's right there. If you think about it, you've got the whole west side of the lake there. Well, a lot of the traffic coming from Dallas turns off on 274 to go to their lake houses down there. They don't come on down to Maybank and then cut back through. You have part that turn off down 274 and part that turn down 198. So you're in a good position for any type of business really there. But it's already set up as a restaurant, so that's one option you could have there. Give it a go.
Well, one building says restaurant, the other is office. So whichever one you're looking for, we're ready to go here.
Yeah, and you
and
got
like I said, there's two main entrances people come to this lake from, and this is one of them. So you're gonna catch half the traffic coming to the lake right by your business there.
Right there.
And so great opportunity today at 119 South Highway 274 for only $425,000.
$425,000
All right.
for, was it a little less than 10 acres of commercial property?
Almost 10 acres of commercial property. To find acreage anyway, it's just hard to find in our area lately. When it comes on the market, it goes quickly. And so, yeah, to find acreage, especially in a commercial business like this, opportunity is a rare steal. Right?
Yeah, that's a great one. Go take a look. What do you got next?
Next one, if you come further on down 274, let's go on down to Toole, Texas.
Good old Toole, Texas.
Yeah, 1008 South Toole, which is also Highway 274 there. That's right on the highway. You've got 1,616 square foot building sitting on 0.926 acres. It's almost a full acre. Pretty good size for your little business there. It's got road frontage on 3 sides. So not only 274, but the turnoffs of 274 on both sides go down the side of this property. So very easily accessible. You've got a lobby, a reception area, a kitchen, 2 offices, and 2 half baths already in place on this building. And so whether you got 1 business or 2 businesses, I think it'd be very easy to set up here in this spot. The back of it has privacy fence, so maybe you need some storage or some overflow area. Got that out back. Great property for only $69,000.
$69,000
Right.
for a great commercial property.
Very commercial property. So if you're a small business that maybe doesn't need quite the square footage of these other ones just yet, you're a little smaller business, $69,000 gets you started today.
Gets you started on that American dream. Hey, we're called Coldwell Banker American Dream Realty for a reason.
Right.
You know, we help people, we add value to people's lives by getting them started on that American dream. Home ownership, business ownership. You can get a commercial property for $69,000.
Right.
That is fantastic.
I hope y'all are watching the Facebook feed. If you're not, you're missing them giggling their butts off because they just know what good of a price or how good of a price for what property this is.
It is
They're
excellent.
giggling.
And I was also thinking about, if you follow me on the social media, that's one of our favorite tweets we like, or tweets. That's a little bit something different. I guess we do that too. But on the Facebook, especially the hashtag selling the American dream. That's how we like to advertise, and that's what we do there at Coldwell Banker.
That's what we do.
Y'all do a good job at it too.
Okay, so you got a few more real quick here?
Yeah, a couple more properties. Another one over here in Gun Barrel. This is going to be on the south side of Gun Barrel. 227 South Gun Barrel Lane. 3,120 square foot building, 32 parking spots. It's currently set up as a doctor's office, reception area, exam rooms, work areas. Has a little studio apartment out back. It's been a doctor's office for a few years. People have been in the area longer than a few years probably remember it being a restaurant when it first opened up. Great building, great location, just south of everybody's favorite hangout the last several weeks there, right on South Gun Barrel Lane, sitting up on the hill. Great view, right on the highway.
How much?
$399, $950.
Oh, that's so good. That's
Yeah,
so good.
once again, look at what the properties right around this one sold for as bare land to get a business in there. This one already has the building set up and ready to go for that price. All right, the next one I got is over, this is going to be in 7 Points, right before you get to the four-way of 7 Points, which still sounds weird to me to say. It only has 4 points now. But, Highway 334 West there in 7 Points, coming from Gun Barrel, just before you get to the lot. 1,416 square foot building on .97, almost an acre of land. Currently, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a carport, but great commercial positioning. Might be good doctor's offices or a place for your business there. If nothing else, great little piece of property for only $99,000.
$99,000. That's a good one.
Yeah, I'd be next door over the produce stand getting me some fresh produce.
So you can have your business and you can walk over to the produce stand every day for lunch.
Right.
Wow.
I love
Business
the
and
location.
health. That is
There
a great
you
combo.
go. Good combo.
And our last one used to have a building in place. People will remember the restaurant that was there from the late 70s. It's no longer there, but the property is still in place. If you're looking for more of a bare area but high traffic volume and probably the best view of any of our commercial properties that we have today, at 2001 East Cedar Creek Parkway, you can own your own island today. 0.55 acres of actual surveyed property above the 325 line, much more property of use down below the 325 line to the wall there, which is a new retaining wall put in place. So that's great because the price of that retaining wall kind of makes up for it here. This one is located right next to the new bridge. You have to go over the new bridge to get to it.
We were talking about being close to the new bridge. You have to use the new bridge.
Yeah, this is at your front door.
Okay.
And so for only $250,000, this is a high traffic area, great views looking south or north on the lake. Own your own island today. Great opportunity for whatever it is you're looking to do, whether it be a restaurant, bar, fishing opportunity.
How much?
Only $250,000.
$250,000. That bridge ain't complete yet. I want you to go out there this weekend. Drive out onto that property. Park there. Get out of your truck. Sit there. Enjoy the lake for a few minutes. Think about your business. Take some time. Do a little dreaming. Look at that bridge. Think about what you think you can do with that.
Count the cars that go by. See how many folks are coming through there.
Yeah. And whenever they come across, you've kind of got a captive audience there.
Right.
I mean, they got to, if they're going from one to the other, they got to go across that bridge. There's not a side street unless you want to go on up to Maybank and Kemp or go on down to Malakoff.
This is the only east-west transit right in the middle of the lake, so they have to come by.
They have to come by you. So you got instant advertising right there.
Right, right.
So that's a great place.
Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, for $250, that's not bad, man.
$250.
Not bad. I mean, I know there's a lot of folks that paid a lot more for islands. So,
Yeah, you don't have to go off the coast of the U.S. to get your own island. You can get it right here at Cedar Creek Lake.
Or be a billionaire. So there you go. There you go. Okay, sweet.
And in the scheme of it, there's not that many islands that are able to be owned, and what there are on Cedar Creek Lake, most of them are already owned. So, and they don't come available that often. So, if you want an island, here you go.
Here's your opportunity.
And $250,000. I mean, most of the time you'd think island, commercial, already has your parking, already has your retaining wall, all that. You'd be thinking you need to add at least another zero to that, right? $250,000.
Exactly. Hey, if you got the money and you just want an island, it's there for you, you know. So yeah.
Me personally, I may just wanted to put my lawn chair out there.
Right.
You can do that too.
Yeah, a lot of little bitty waterfront lots are going to start running you into this price point these days.
Yep.
And they're located down some road somewhere. often, who knows where to get there. You may, unless you're a realtor in this area or been here your whole life, even then you may not know how to get to all these additions to go around the lake. Another great reason to contact your realtor today to help you locate them.
Yeah.
But this one's right out there in the open.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, y'all got a bunch of good properties today. If anybody is looking to expand or start their business, need a good property for it, sounds like Caldwell Banker's pretty well got them set today.
Right, yeah. If you're interested in one of these, or you may have one that you're wanting to get on the market today, whether it be commercial or residential, just give our office a call at 903-887-7055, located 600 West Main, right in the heart of Gun Barrel City there. Stop by today and see us. We'll be glad to talk with you.
Yeah. Or how do they get a hold of you, Brett?
You can give me a call anytime at 903-340-6301, or make sure and catch our live streaming videos on Facebook.
Yeah, you're on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm Shy, 903-340-6159. We're going to start typing.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
I was about to say, that was a half-hearted Shy dance right there.
He's getting there. He's getting there. SHAIBEN, Realtor, Caldwell Banker, American Dream Realty. And as always, Brett believes in you. Shy believes in you. We believe in the American dream. Americans are always resilient. We adapt and we overcome. And if you're wanting to get into business for yourself, no better time in American history.
Nope.
Today is the day. Get with us. We've got either cash buy, or we got great lenders with great banks around this area that can either get you started, or maybe even you need a little time. You need a little help with some plans. We got great bankers, great lenders that will get you started on that lending, get you started on that plan. Come in, talk with us. 600 West Main in the heart of Gun Barrel City. Give Brett a call, 903-340-6301, or me, Shy, 903-340-6159. Oh, and Taylor believes in you too.
I do.
You got the trading post.
I do.
That is like American dream. Woo!
That is it. We do all the buying, selling, and trading you can handle, 9 to 11, Monday through Saturday. There's my shameless plug for us. So, speaking of that trading post, we're going to get back into it here in just a minute, but as I like to say, it's not always, it's always an education, not just a conversation whenever you guys come around. So again, thank you so much for coming and doing it, educating our great folks, getting some people excited to do some business today. It's starting to come back. Man. So like you said, it's a good time to get into business. People might have a dollar or two they want to spend simply because they've been in the house so long.
Right. It is business time.
It is business time.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a break. We'll see Brett and Shy hopefully next week. We'll have the Caldwell Banker Show, of course, next week. Hopefully it's them. If not, then we'll have another great guest, and we'll be back for it. All right, Trading Post is next. Don't go anywhere. Well, I screwed the pooch on the ending on